All right, man.
Love you, boss.
Appreciate it.
All right. First and foremost, let me give credit, to Coach Stockstone. I think he always puts together a team and it's talented. They've got good running backs. They've got good wideouts. I thought we started off, really slow in this ball game. Defensively, I thought our offense came out and they marched the ball down the field, and that's exactly what you want to see. So that was a great start offensively. I thought defensively, we struggled to get them off the field consistently on third down, and that's just part of it. The ejection to Darius Wiley sort of, made our coaching staff, think about, okay, like how do we protect the back end a little bit and play a little smarter. And that's just a chess game that goes on in college football. But I think the defense rallied. I thought they played hard, a lot of snaps in the first half. And that's a credit to MTSU's offense controlling the clock, because I think they had the ball for 17 minutes in the first half. So that's a pretty good job by them. We came in, we talked about exactly what we needed to do. We made the adjustments. I felt like we needed to take more shots. We only went at them one time with Kalijah in the first half. I thought we came back and maybe took 5 or 6 shots in the second half. That's what we have to do. If teams want to pack the box, because we've got a strong run game, and I think we had a chance to see all those running backs tonight and really what they can do. We're versatile at the running back position. I think the tight ends played solid. Shermer did a good job, especially on the pass to Pierce, moving his feet and delivering the football. I just think this football team got better in the second half, and we got a long ways to go. So I think this football team is talented. We just need to make sure, man, that we keep it about the things that matter. I think it's a humble group. I think they're about to work, and now what we got to do is take 3 or 4 hours, enjoy this one, and then turn our sights towards Nevada.
You talked about the running back group. This work as well as could have hoped for the first game to get all those guys touches, and they all made some plays along the way.
Yeah, yes, that was the goal. The goal is always to make sure that you can keep fresh backs in there. And I thought for the most part that's what we tried to do. We tried to utilize, a strength. And granted, the numbers worked out. I mean, I think one got 9, another one got 9, another one got 8 or 10, or whatever it was. But these guys know they got to make their touches count. I think the more we stay on the field and the more we can sort of impose our will as teams try to, get in the box and we can go over the top, I think the better we're going to be. But tonight, I thought those guys ran hard.
Did you feel like there were some deep balls that could have been thrown early on, or maybe that Kyle checked out of that were there that he didn't try?
I just didn't think we called enough deep shots early. That's all. I mean, we looked at it and we wanted to impose our will on the run. The first drive sort of sucked us in a little bit. You have the first drive, you run the ball down the field, and you say to yourself, okay, this is what we're going to do. And then all of a sudden you look up, okay, and you're late in the second quarter, and you really haven't thrown the ball down the field very much. So coming in at halftime, you talk about it, you make the adjustment. That's what you saw in the second half. Nice play by Donovan Tennessee. You had a lot of young guys' names called tonight. We talked about the talent on this roster, and it's a talented roster. A lot of new guys, a lot of new faces. I know you guys talked a lot about Charles Wright, but you saw Kenny Hebert out there tonight, and he can go. I mean, we've got outside linebackers, we got his young inside backers that can move a little bit. I just think this group, has a chance to do some special things. But again, we're young, we're inexperienced, and what we got to do is just go.
You said you protected the back end some after Darius went out. Is that just changing coverages, or what does that mean?
It's changing coverages. It's bringing a little more pressure, because if the quarterback doesn't have time, okay, then those guys aren't back there matched in coverage all day long. But I thought those guys did a great job too. I looked at Gil Barksdale, I looked at Frank Coppett, I looked at Tay Daly. I mean, you're talking about guys. How much have we called those guys numbers and names? Over the last couple of years, not a whole lot. I thought those guys did a pretty good job when you talk about getting a lot of first action and being able to hold up versus a really good quarterback.
Coach, Brent Stockstill and Kyle Shermer are 2 most experienced quarterbacks in the country. They're both coaches' sons.
Yeah.
What's it been like seeing those guys kind of go head-to-head the last couple of years?
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing Brent Stockstill, and I'm happy to see Kyle Shermer. You know, coaches' kids are special, especially when they play the quarterback position. A lot of times when they're extremely tough, they've got a will to win that's a little different than others. They want to put it on their shoulders, but they trust the guys around them. And so with that, I've seen both of those guys grow up, and I think they're really good quarterbacks. Tonight wasn't as explosive as probably everybody wanted to see, but I think that had a little bit to do with what was happening on the other side of the ball. So, you know, I mean, you got to give both defenses a little credit.
A mark of Kyle's maturity, maybe, that, you know, with the concentration on the run in the first half, that, you know, when you did start throwing the ball a bit more, he simply responded.
Yeah, I think that's what it's about. We talked about composure. We had a long talk about that during the off season. You know, sometimes when you bring up, you know, young guys, and you find yourself in a situation where you know things don't always go your way. You know, from me to you, I promise you I'll stay composed and you stay composed. So let's make sure we stay composed together, because you know what, it doesn't do anybody any good to get upset about, you know, things that we didn't get done. Let's fix it. Let's make it right. Let's get better. And I thought that's what he did tonight.
Vecchio's not a young guy, but he's a new guy. For a guy in his situation, how important to get off to a good start, make some plays tonight?
Vecchio's a dude. I mean, again, you called a lot of new names tonight. I mean, he's a grad transfer, but when you go back and you look at what he did, you know, at UPenn, he was a sack leader. I mean, he could rush the passer. So, you know, at 270 plus pounds, he moves well. It's sort of like we lost Jonathan Wynn and picked up Louis Vecchio. I mean, that's what you want to see. There was no drop off. I thought we were, you know, fast around the edges. I thought we put a lot of pressure like on those tackles tonight, and I thought those guys ran stunts in games really effectively as a new front group, because we had a lot of bodies in and out of there. So, you know, kudos to Coach, you know, IU and Coach Tarver for the pressures in games, because I thought we looked pretty good tonight. Some of that stuff.
Is that about as many people as you've played on defense in a competitive game before? Because it seemed like you guys had bodies in and out all night.
Well, that's sort of what we were looking for. I probably haven't played that many guys or that number of guys probably since 2010 when I was at Stanford and we went against Notre Dame. You know, I don't know how many you know, stepped on the field tonight, but I know we played too deep, easy. And that's what we have to do. If you want to win ball games, if you want to compete in this conference, you got to build depth. And like I said, I think we have more athleticism and more depth, and what we got to do is just get more experience.
What do you think that does to team morale when the third team guy is playing some snaps in meaningful games?
It keeps everybody focused. It keeps everybody in the hunt. Everybody knows, you know, everything's predicated on how you practice, because how you practice is how you play. You know, that's what we talk about in the building. That's what they hear every day. And when you can come out and you can get guys in and you can get guys valuable experience early, it keeps them focused.
Say every football game has 4 or 5 big plays that determine the outcome. Your team had those tonight. Kyle going deep, the defensive scoop and score. How important was that to get this football team in that mindset you always talk about of winning?
Yeah, you know what? You have to make the plays that are there to be made, and that's what it's about. You have to be opportunistic. I thought we were opportunistic tonight. I was just on the radio with Joe Fisher, and he said, you know, your guys are always scooping and scoring the football, you know, whether it's in play or not. Well, that's part of the reason that you do it. Your practice habits reflect the goal. So, I mean, you practice a certain way, and hopefully what you get, okay, in games is some of that carryover. And I believe that's what we saw tonight, and that's what we have to stick with all the way around.
The opening drive on offense, you get the touchdown on 4th down. Was there much discussion about options there, or was that an automatic go?
No, it was an automatic go. You know, I think, you know, it's early in the season, and I've got to set the tone with this group, man, that we're not afraid to do, you know, what needs to be done. You know, I didn't look at Kyle, because if I would have looked at Kyle, he would have told me to go. I knew in my mind I wanted to go. We had already talked about it, myself and Andy, along with the coordinators in a Friday meeting. That's part of what you talk about on Friday. Ball, you know, in field position, where it is, and if you're going to go for it on 4th down or not, let's go.
Coach, do you like what you saw out of your offensive line today?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we got better. I mean, there's always going to be things we can improve on. I thought they protected the quarterback, but I truly believe that there's more work to be done. So, with that being said, I've said enough good things about him. Now we got to earn it.
Much as you talked about how good Middle's offense can be, how good Brent's can be, the second straight year, you pretty much frustrate them and shut them down. What's that say about your defense?
You know what? I think our guys did a good job of holding on to the plan. You know, we say we want to play good defense here. I think we got to be a better tackling team. I thought we did some things well tonight. I thought the calls were good. I thought the guys executed the calls. Remember, coaches call plays, players have to execute. I thought those guys did a pretty good job. But if we want to be a really good defense, okay, then we have to be a little more consistent, and that's what we'll strive for when we turn on the film tomorrow. What we got done, you know, was good, but isn't good enough as we start to make the climb. And you know, I'm proud of those guys tonight. And you know, what I want to say to Commodore Nation, it's on the beginning, so let's ride.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you.
Let's go.
Appreciate you guys letting us go out.